internal structure of heart. This is essay question for 8 marks. Also, there is a diagram question. Draw a neat labeled diagram of human internal structure of heart. This is diagram question. Diagram 2 marks. Labeling 2 marks. Today we learn internal structure of heart essay question. We can learn this essay for our conveniently. We can divide this essay into 4 subheadings. First subheading, atria. Atria, A-T-R-I-A, atria. Atria means, first of all, our heart consists 4 chambers. 4 chambers, upper 2 chambers, lower 2 chambers. Upper 2 chambers are small chambers when compared to the lower 2 chambers. Upper 2 chambers are called atria, respectively right atrium, left atrium. This is left atrium. This is right atrium. Atria is plural, atrium singular. Right atrium, left atrium. Thin-walled chambers. These atria walls are very thin when compared to the lower chambers. So thin-walled 2 chambers, they are receiving chambers. Receiving chambers means these 2 atria receives blood from all the parts of the body. So they are known as receiving chambers. Okay, in the fetal stage means in the embryonic stage, between 2 atria on the thin septum is there. This is the septum called interatrial septum, which divides right and left atria respectively. This is interatrial septum. In fetal stage, on this septum a small hole is present, which is called foramen ovale. Foramen ovale means oval shaped hole. At the time of birth, when lungs become functional, this foramen ovale disappears and a fossa ovalis formed at this foramen ovale place. That means foramen ovale disappears gradually and a notch-like, a pit-like structure appeared at the place of foramen ovale, that is called fossa ovalis. This fossa ovalis, when it occurs at the time of birth, after lungs become functional, this foramen ovale, thus hole disappears and it replaced by fossa ovalis, a small notch or a pit-like structure. Okay, right atrium receives blood from all the parts of body except lungs. I am repeat once again. Right atrium receives blood from all the parts of our body except from lungs. So right atrium receives 3 venal caves. This is precaval vein. Precaval vein receives blood from the anterior part of the body, means head, neck and shoulders. Okay, precaval vein. And one more, this is postcaval vein. Postcaval vein means it receives blood from the legs and trunk and other parts of the body through postcaval vein. This postcaval vein, precaval vein, both are opens into right atrium. Right atrium by separate pores, separate holes. And from the heart muscles of the heart, coronary sinus receives blood from the heart and it opens into this right atrium. At that opening, coronary sinus opening, Sebaceous valve is there. Sebaceous valve, just I put T here. T means Sebaceous valve. At the precaval vein opening, there is no valves. There is no valves. No valves. Just I put into mark. At the opening of postcaval vein, there is a valve is there that is called Eustachian valve. Starts with E. Eustachian valve. This valve is functional in the embryonic stage only. In the embryonic stage only, this Eustachian valve is functional. It directs the blood flow towards the left atrium through the foramen ovale. After birth, foramen ovale disappears. So, no function of Eustachian valve is there. So, it is rudimentary or non-functional in adults, which is Eustachian valve. Here, precaval vein opening, there is no valves. That we have to remember. So, the blood, which type of blood come into the right atrium? From the all body parts except lungs. So, means it is deoxygenated blood. Right atrium receives deoxygenated blood from the body parts except lungs. Deoxygenated means without oxygen, that is impure blood. Okay. Now coming to the left atrium. Left atrium receives two pairs of pulmonary veins. Pulmonary stands for lungs. So these pulmonary veins came from lungs. Two pairs of pulmonary veins. They receives blood from lungs, means oxygenated blood. Oxygenated blood and opens into left atrium. This is oxygenated blood, means blood with oxygen. So it is pure blood. Left atrium receives two pairs of pulmonary veins. They are called pulmonary veins. Pulmonary veins. Pure blood come into left atrium. Then one more thing. These two atria opens into ventricles by atrioventricular apertures. Apertures means holes. This is right atrioventricular aperture, left atrioventricular aperture. Atrioventricular means the aperture which situated between the atrium and ventricle. So atrioventricular apertures. Right atrioventricular aperture covered with tricuspid valve. Tricuspid, tri means tree. Three flap-like, leaf-like structures. The valve is look like that. This is bicuspid, other name that is mitral valve. Bicuspid or mitral valve. This is bicuspid or mitral valve. This is tricuspid. Okay, these are the atrioventricular valves present in the heart. Okay, this is about atrium. Now coming to ventricles. Second heading, ventricles. Lower two chambers are ventricles. They are pumping chambers. Pumping means they gives blood to the whole body parts. So they are pumping chambers. Their walls are very thick walls. So this is left ventricle and this is right ventricle. Okay, or the right ventricle, left ventricle. These ventricles are, left ventricle is slightly bigger than right ventricle, and left ventricle walls also very thicker than right ventricle. These ventricles contains ridges like structures. Ridges like structures. These ridges like structures are called columnae carneae. Columnae carneae. These ridges like structures here and there, they contains papillary muscles. Papillary muscles, cone shaped muscles. They are called papillary muscles. From the papillary muscles, collagenous strings, chorda tendineae. Collagenous strings, also called chorda tendineae, arises and they attaches these tricuspid and bicuspid valves. These chorda tendineae helpful in the atrioventricular valves bulging towards the atria. So, chorda tendineae prevents atrioventricular valves bulging into atria during ventricular systole. During ventricular contraction, these tricuspid, bicuspid valves, they do not bulge out into atria due to the presence of chorda tendineae. Chorda tendineae. This is about ventricles. Okay. Now coming to third ventricle, nodal tissue. Nodal tissue. Nodal tissue. There are two main cardiac musculature is there. First one is at the opening of precaudal vein, that is called sinoauricular node. Sinoauricular node, that is first nodal tissue. Second one situated between the atria and ventricular in the right atrium itself, near the interatrial septum. This is called AVN, auriculoventricular node. From this auriculoventricular node, a bundle of his arises, or his bundle appears. This into the ventricular valves, they bifurcated into many branches into Purkinje fibers. So here we have to learn SAN and AVN and bundle of his and Purkinje fibers. Purkinje fibers. This is about the nodal tissue. Then coming to last heading, aortic arches. Aortic arches. Okay. Right ventricle gives rise to pulmonary arch. It comes out like this and bifurcates into two branches. They towards lungs they will go. This is called pulmonary arch or pulmonary artery. Okay. This pulmonary artery at their junction where it arises, there three semilunar valves are there. They are called pulmonary valve. So pulmonary arch, pulmonary valve. Okay. So through this pulmonary valve, the blood in the ventricle, the deoxygenated blood in the right ventricle enters into pulmonary arch and goes towards the lungs for the purification, for the mixing of oxygen. Next one. From the left ventricle at the anterior right corner, there a systemic arch arises. Systemic arch arises like this, arises and turns towards the left side. So left systemic arch is present in mammals. That we have to remember for the NEET exam question. So this left systemic arch arises from the left ventricle, receives oxygenated blood and pumps towards the whole body parts. This is here also a three semilunar shaped valve is there, that is called systemic valve. Systemic valve. This is left systemic arch, LSA or systemic arch. So it contains systemic valves. Then at the junction of pulmonary and systemic arteries, at the junction where they united, at the point of junction, point of touch, there is a ligamentum arteriosum is there. Ligamentum arteriosum is there. This is the remnant of ductus arteriosum of fetal stage. That means in embryonic stage, ductus arteriosum, a specialized blood vessel is there which connects both systemic and pulmonary arteries in the embryonic stage only. In the adults, this ductus arteriosum is a remnant. Ductus arteriosum transfers into ligamentum arteriosum, just a ligamentum which connects both arches only. There is no vessel is there in adults. So this is about the internal structure of heart. Okay.